You stupid motherfucking commie cock-sucking fucking government employees need to kiss my ass about being smiley and happy and worried about what the kids hear and what the kids don't hear, because people fuck, you guys fuck everybody with a smile on your face. You steal fucking their property. You force them to pay a ransom for just being residences in our community. And you expect them to keep a smile on their faces. You make laws forcing people to purchase insurances and pay taxes. Well, look, if you're paying property taxes, there needs to be some kind of insurance incorporated in that. There needs to be some kind of security incorporated in that. Not just somebody getting a daggum salary. Not just building up the institutions that undermine the independent citizens' ability to educate and fortify themselves against the corrupt, paid-for, bureaucratic system. Because ain't nobody gonna stop being mad and be happy if they're being fucked over all their days. You take people's houses to build highways for other people to profit over the residents' best interest. You force people to pay insurances and buy it and pay property taxes over their best interest. You force people to take student loans to access intellectual technology that you've put on the shelf against their best interest. You keep manipulating people to service people's wealth. We don't need their money as long as you, the government, do not force us to pay a ransom to simply be a resident and secure in our personal assets. We will not be happy. We will not shut up no matter what kind of bullying techniques you use. Because submitting to people who are doing you wrong and assaulting you because they do it with a smile, they're doing it justly, they're doing it justifiably. No, they are not. They are assaulting our ability to live with our protections installed in the Constitution, to ensure the ability for the citizens to have recreational substances of their willing, of their want, and to be secure in their personal assets from unreasonable searches and seizures and taxation. Just because a bunch of radical groups of government employees form this collective that ain't even the majority of the residents in the community doesn't mean that there should be pervy to extorting money. They make more laws. They put intellectual technology barriers on basic medications. Put prohibitions on all the substances that provide for our health, our vitamins, and everything has to go through their prohibition system to be on the store shelves or to be gardened and farmed out of the ground these days. That's all wrong. And nobody's going to shut up and be happy and civil as long as you keep harassing them and forcing them to pay your salaries. We don't need you. You produce no commodities. You do nothing but force feed people poison. Because you can look at these substances that have went through your system and are designed to destroy livers, to destroy people, to put people in early graves, despite their best interest. And it's as apparent and as evident as anything in this community. Well, you don't have any education. You can't prove that. If I got certified by you guys, I would have had to been dumbing down. I was forced to go through a first aid course. I already knew more than the first aid course. The only thing that the first aid course taught me that I didn't know was the protocol to deny liability. It's called the Good Samaritan Law. Performing to the best of your training and your knowledge and your ability. Other than that, what I was doing that caused me to have to be forced to take this course to secure my family was right. I got condemned and prosecuted by a deficient system of governance to take this course. And it just told me, it found me in neglect. This deficient system of governance, authorities, found me in neglect without a professional opinion. And then I went through their course as asked, and it reaffirmed what I was doing was the proper procedure to treat the symptom. I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going to be pleasant. I'm not going to install in these kids that they should smile and just take it, because it's not for their benefit. It's not for their good not to question authority. It is to their demise. It will not help them. It will not enable them to be independent, sovereign citizens within the boundaries of the United States and on the globe. It will not. To teach them to be happy and smiling and without ability to healthily confront conflict, we'll have more of the same that we're getting out of this public school system, which is the root of all the active shooter situations that we've had. Everybody gets robbed of their sleep, forced to get up before the sun rises all winter, robbing them of serotonin. Then they have problems concentrating. Then they get referred to a counselor. Then the counselor slanders them and calls them mentally deficient and troubled and calls social services or refers them to a psychiatrist, where the psychiatrist physicians administer mind-altering drugs, and then the situation deteriorates from there to where the depression sets in because of the Xanaxes, and then common sense eludes the otherwise healthy individual, and they snap. They go into a blackout phase, and we get what we have. You guys are the symptom, not the individual parents. The individual parents are being undermined, unable to discipline and fortify their children with a proper fortitude. A proper free-thinking people will outperform controlled communist states like you're trying to create. Let us be free. Stop posing badgering questions to children. How do you feel today? Are you okay, Johnny? Do you feel like hurting somebody, Johnny? Now think about that before you answer, Johnny. Do you feel like hurting somebody, Johnny? No, teacher, I don't. Go over there and join the other kids. Jane, do you feel okay? Do you feel happy? Do you feel like hurting anybody today? I'm not sure. Johnny kicked me in the shin on the way in. Not sure. Go see the psychiatrist. He will question you for 30 more minutes to provoke a response. That is not appropriate. Now, yelling and stuff, interpreted by mentally deranged people, could be construed as violence or a threat. As long as it's verbal and it's coming out of a person's mouth and they're telling you, they're not threatening you, they are telling you, and apparently they have to keep telling you because you're so fucking stupid you won't hear them. And it is not a threat. It is somebody going out of their way to the furthest reaches of humanity to try to pull you back from the precipice of evil. Because that's what you're ate up with. Have a good day and learn to get right.